Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
I'm with you on that. Okay, let's go to the next big trade that happened. The Grizzlies traded with the Utah Jazz, Memphis Grizzlies. And again, we'll have a clip on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, let us know what your thoughts are on this trade in the comments down below. The Grizzlies received Walter Clayton Jr., Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, Niang, and 3 draft picks. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. The Jazz received Jaren Jackson Jr., Conchar, Landale, and Vince Williams Jr. Give me your thoughts real quick before we dive into each team.
I mean, this is one that comes out of nowhere.
Right, correct. I didn't know this was going to happen either.
There was one of those could they move Jaren Jackson Jr.? And then of all the teams, it's Utah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the fence on this. This one feels right down the middle of either team. I don't know if I would necessarily take the deal. Utah's really planning for next year. I know they wanted next year to be the year they get good, but I don't know. The upside of Jaren Jackson Jr. has always been enticing, but his rebounding, sometimes the effort he puts forth out there is I don't know. You still have Markkanen and Walker Kessler. That's awesome. They have 3 large guys, but I don't know that Markkanen at the 3 is going to be some panacea.
Did Markkanen, he played the 3 with the Cavs though, right? When they had...
Yeah, when he didn't play good.
Yeah. Well, why did I think he got good on the Bulls or the Cavs?
He did get good on the Cavs.
Okay.
Because he used space, but I just mean defensively. I don't know if you want
right.
the giant white dude covering threes in the NBA, but
sure, that's fair.
So I guess for Utah, you're taking your shot. You have a really talented team. If it comes together, sounds like they want to keep Walker Kessler. He's a free agent. You have a talented team. If they were in the East, you would probably be like, this is awesome. You're going to be a top 3 seed. But I guess, no risk it, no biscuit. They're kind of going for it. I'm not a huge Jaren Jackson Jr. guy, but I think for Utah, I think they still have 2 extra picks that they can move. So it's not like they threw everything at this. I guess it's fine. It just, I don't know. I'm not huge on Jaren Jackson Jr.
Okay, yeah. So let's continue the talk on Utah then, because I like him a little better. When I first saw the breaking news, I saw Jaren Jackson Jr. got traded to, and then it It didn't tell me. I'm like, oh, did I first thought maybe the Pistons took a swing, but yeah, I think them taking a chance for next year. They traded 3 first-round picks, but they have 8 first-round picks still from 26 to 32. So that's 6 years. They still have 8 first-round picks. So I don't hate sort of the swing, but the question is, are you putting your eggs in the right basket? And I think who's the guard there that Keontae George has been really good this year, and I think it's kind of forcing the Jazz to kind of okay, let's get ready for next year. Walker Kessler will be more healthy. We'll have Markkanen to space the floor, who's going to put up 40 points from every other night or whatever, every third night. And then we got Keontae George. Let's add a defensive guy like Jaren Jackson Jr. I could see where they're coming from. The problem I have with this, biggest problem I have with this move is something you said, which is they're in the Western Conference. Right? If this was an Eastern Conference team, it'd be very intriguing. The West, I don't know if I like it as much. So I understand what they're doing, but I'm a little hesitant to be really excited for Utah.
Yeah, I think they probably, again, they have a top 8 protected pick. So that's important for them. Otherwise, it goes to OKC. So you're trending a line here. Is Jaren Jackson Jr. going to be oh, my toe is sore and skip some of these games? Because
I bet he
plays,
will.
Yeah, if he plays and you get these guys out there, they're going to win a couple too many games and lose that pick, and I doubt they want to do that. But I think their thinking is probably we could strike now. A lot of teams can't get in on it necessarily because they don't have the extra picks. They're trying to get Giannis. If we wait to the summer, which is probably the more logical time to do it, if you wait to the summer, more teams are going to be in on this. There's a time frame for them to shop. So if you like them, if that's your cup of tea, Utah obviously did to strike now. Like you said, they still have assets and picks. Hopefully it works out for them, but I think that's what it came down to is like, let's try to slide this in here week at deadline and then, play he doesn't feel good today, we'll sit him.
Yeah, I think they're going to do that. So now, how about the Grizzlies side? How do you feel about what they did?
I think Memphis has finally come to, this little era is over between John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr. The picks are fine. Like the Lakers pick in 27, it's less appealing. Obviously, they ended up getting Luka last year, so you kind of lose some of that luster. The 27 pick is probably going to be their own. It's the best of the Jazz, Cavs, and Timberwolves, and the 2031 Suns. So that's probably the juiciest one. It's a fine deal. Walter Clayton Jr. kind of shows some stuff. The other guys like, all right, filler. I think this is probably like on the low end of what you would probably want to take. That's where I was kind of like split on this trade because I feel like if you're Memphis and you wanted to do this, you may have been able to push the Pistons or maybe another Eastern Conference team into a little more.
Right.
But you also risk, if it gets out there, everything kind of falling apart.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, and I don't mind it. I'm with you. It's not like the greatest trade for the Grizzlies, but I kind of like it. I like Walter Clayton Jr. I'm interested to see, and I still like Hendricks. I think he like break his leg or something last year. He hurt himself pretty bad last year at the beginning of the year. So this is really like his second year in the league, but you also have to give him 1 year after your injury is like a free year, and then you'll see what he's going to be about because he'll have actually an off season to work on his game and stuff. So I actually kind of am intrigued a little bit by him. Like you said, the picks are picks, so that's nice. But I think you're right. If they waited, they dangled him a little bit more, they might have got a little bit more for them. But I also think what you said about the Jazz, which is everybody's kind of looking at Giannis right now. So nobody wants to spend on someone like Jaren Jackson if one pick and another player of the same package could get them Giannis. So I think that's partly why even dangling him right now might not have worked, but it worked with the Jazz because the Jazz are like, well, we're not going to get Giannis, so let's go for one of these sub players, which would be a lot of players, but Jaren Jackson Jr. in this case.
Yeah, and these guys you trade for, Hendricks, Clayton Jr., if you're ever going to trust the team that's going to like find something or dig something out of these guys, it's Memphis. True. They continually do it. So even if they don't end up being long-term pieces, again, sometimes you got to look at this as like, hey, we can rehab him, make him better. He could be filler in a different trade or an upside guy to get someone else or other assets. So from that aspect, I mean, Memphis is as good as any at kind of like pulling potential out of guys.
100%. And then I think like don't the Grizzlies, I should say, have like 13 first-round picks?
Like 12 picks in the next 6 years, 12 first-round picks the next 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they can move around too.
Yeah, they're good. Okay, give me winner, loser, or grade or whatever you want to do for these two teams.
I'll give Utah the win because I mean Jaren Jackson Jr. is proven. And I do like the front office and the coaching, Will Hardy. So I do think if anyone's going to get the best out of it. So I'll give Utah like a B- on the trade because I do worry a little bit about how it's all going to, fit with the size. And for Memphis, I give it like a C+, like a little above average. Probably could have done better, but they didn't, like shoot themselves in the foot with it.
Yeah, I would. I'm with you. I give them both a B-, really. I just think they both like I felt like the Jazz could have maybe went after someone a little better as far as fit goes. Like you said, the three bigs is a little weird. I also think the Grizzlies, if they would have been a little more patient, might have got a little bit more for Jaren Jackson. So yeah, I'll give them both a B minus. Okay. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.